Hi, thank you all for coming. When I look around, I see a new reality. When I went to medical school, medicine was run by medical people. Public health were people you called when you had a spill, and they came in, they put on their uniforms, and they cleaned it up. Now, I don't know when it happened or how it happened, but somehow medical people are now technicians, and the people over behind this wall think they run medicine. These people are, many of them, not MDs. They have a master of public health which teaches them how to do risk communications, which is another way of saying how to lie to get people to do what you want them to do. The few that are MDs who didn't really get along with patients and didn't do well. The people say, well, you know, they're an expert, they should really know about autism. We've run into these people. These people don't know what autism is. They can't recognize an autistic. We were at a Maryland State House, and we had an autistic child there, and Roger Bernier, the science director over there, said, get that brat out of here. He didn't even know he was autistic. He'd never seen an autistic in his life. And he's a science director. And by the way, scientists don't need a science director. They need a science director because they're not scientists. Master Public Health teaches you not about science. And by the way, his PhD is in philosophy. An interesting science director. Years ago, used to be, you go to a doctor and they tell you what to do. Now we believe in informed consent. I'm a board-certified geneticist. I train informed consent and genetic counselors for Hopkins and NIH and others. These people don't believe in informed consent. By the way, they will tell you that. They publish that. In fact, the quote from the Nature article they published was that they tried the genetic counseling model. It doesn't work in public health. In other words, you give people a choice, they don't always do what you want to do. So their job is not to use informed consent. This is absolutely ridiculous. We in medicine can't tolerate people that don't use informed consent. I'm back here a year later. I was here last year, and I look around, and the science continues to come out. Every week another study that favors that thimerosal causes the problem. Now we have the ultimate study. As is mentioned by previous speakers, the urinary porphyrin, and I have to be embarrassed because I didn't know about this technology, has been around since 1962 or before. You can run a simple urine test. It's been run from ants to elephants. It's been run on people with spills, people that are dentists. This test will tell you how much mercury you have trapped in your body. Mercury and only mercury. It's highly accurate. It's non-invasive because it's a urine test. I got it done. I have a special account for $19. It costs less than $100. And when applied to autism, most of the autistics are mercury poisoned. What are they going to do about that? How can they deny this? Now it's no longer an epidemiological problem, statistical that they can manipulate. Now they look at a kid. We can look at a kid. We ran a lab test, and by the way, it's not an esoteric lab. It's not Great Smokies or Dr. Dead. I'm not picking on them. We run them at LabCorp. Every doctor in the country's got a LabCorp. And daily now I get 3, 4, 5 doctors who totally didn't believe this. But they're, you know, doctors are nice guys, and they know the patients, and they see them suffering with their children, and the patients ask the doctor, would you please run the test? And the doctor says, oh. They said, look, it'll make me feel better. Well, I can't do much for the patient. I'll run the test. And it comes back mercury poison. They call me up and they say, they were lying to me, weren't they? This poison pill they can't swallow. They don't even understand this poison pill. I've talked to them. They don't even know. They think we mean they have porphyria, that is high porphyrins. They don't have high porphyrins. They have a specific pattern that is high in mercury and mercury only. Eventually this will eat them up. My advice is go to your doctor, your mainline doctor, go to your friend, go to anybody that doesn't believe this, and tell them, if you don't believe this, you simply order this urine test, because the urine test will tell you. And if they won't order the urine test, they're either criminal and don't want to know, or you don't want to know them. They don't want to hear about it, because the test cannot be attacked.